residents were happy, as I've said before, the staff, they're smiling and pleasant. It was just a really nice seeming environment.
Hi, I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Comfort Life. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading retirement communities and care providers to uncover insights to community lifestyle, care, culture, and leadership. This includes insights from residents, family members, and administration. This is the Comfort Life Insider Perspective.
Thing that stands out most about our experience with Courtyard Gardens is how hardworking and caring the staff are. I mean, that really means a lot. All three of us kids are remote. Both my mom and dad were in the assisted living, and not being able to be close, it really means a lot when the staff you can rely on the staff to do their bit to take care of your parents. What really meant a lot was when my mom passed away in December, the staff went out of their way to make sure my dad was okay. He has mild dementia, so the fact that he was suddenly alone, he really needed extra support, and none of us could be there right away. And of course, with the pandemic, even if we had headed over to the West Coast, we would not have been able to visit him in person. So it meant everything that the staff were willing to help us facilitate, a video call to talk to my dad to tell him what was going on. They kept an extra eye out for him. They really did what they could, and that meant a lot. So the facilities there are great. They have a outdoor garden space above ground level. I guess they're named for this courtyard garden. And it provides a really nice space for residents to get out and sit in the sun. There's, beautiful plantings all around. They actually keep a bunny there. So there's a bit of, animal life to interact with. And as well, the common areas are really nice. They've been renovated in the last couple of years. There's nice sitting areas where they've redesigned them to be distanced, and there's a grand piano, and that's also been a really nice thing for our family because my dad plays, and the fact that he can go out and play means he can, he's not just sitting in his room. It's really nice that they have this ability for him to get out and do something for himself. I think he plays, some sort of the American songbook kind of stuff, and he plays by heart. So he taught himself to play, and he doesn't need music. So he's not playing classical music, but he's playing, popular songs from probably the 40s and 50s. We've had the caregivers take some video, and there's some really sweet scenes. There's a woman with a walker who will kind of dance with her walker as he plays. It's really sweet. I'm very impressed with the amount of activities they have arranged. My parents don't do everything, but just looking at the calendar that they send out every week, there's 3 or 4 different types of activities every day, from chair exercise to bingo, virtual music in the time of pandemic. But there's a lot to get involved with. There's monthly birthday celebrations as a group for people who are having a birthday that month. There's a lot to do. It definitely made life a lot easier for them. My mom was getting a bit frail, and so having the burden of, you know, taking, getting groceries, cooking, all the household tasks, taken care of for them was a real relief for them. They had access to good dining, 3 meals a day, extra help with laundry whatever they needed. But there are a la carte services that you can request. So if the residents need help with laundry, you can have laundry done once a week for you. It's so much less to worry about. They could kind of, it was enjoy retirement living, really. Yeah. The amount of caring and professionalism amongst the staff is the biggest thing we've noticed. It's a really welcoming place. When you walk in, any staff member you meet is always smiling and friendly, and so willing to help. I mean, we've been so grateful for some of the individual staff members who we interact with, and you know, they're never, never say something's too much to do for you. Just it's really pleasant interacting with staff. There's less worry. The fact that they're in a facility, that there is somebody there around the clock, um, that they're not having to cook to get, good 3 meals a day, that some of these everyday tasks they can get help with if they need it. Being able to know that somebody's there for them when we couldn't be there. I would highly recommend Courtyard Gardens. It's really given us such a peace of mind to know that our family members are in a caring community. All the staff are wonderful. The facilities, really make it an enjoyable living environment for our family. Having a place where they can be looked after, they have 3 meals a day. They don't have to do their own cooking or their own laundry. It really brings peace of mind to us. There's also a great range of activities, and it's yeah, they're not just sitting in their rooms. There's plenty to keep them occupied and to socialize. It was my parents' choice. I know they were looking for a place that was close to where they'd lived at home for 3 decades, and they had a friend who was in another Verve Senior Living community, Gilmore Gardens, and that had come highly recommended. One of the deciding factors, I think, that helped was the flexibility when they signed up, that they knew they could be on the waiting list, and even if a spot came available for them, that they could defer if they weren't quite ready. That they had a friend that lived in another Verve facility, and that was highly recommended by that friend. They really liked the facility, the amount of common space, the fact that there was a piano in the common room, there were comfortable seating areas, there was a lovely courtyard garden on the upper level. So my parents felt that it seemed like a facility that they wouldn't just be in their suite without much to do. I think the most important thing is to see the facility for yourself. When you actually visit, you'll get a good feel for the environment, the sort of the atmosphere. You'll meet some staff, hopefully, and I know when we went to Courtyard Gardens, it was immediately obvious that residents were happy. That, as I've said before, the staff, they're smiling and pleasant. It was just a really nice seeming environment. We had a chance to try a meal at Courtyard Gardens, and one of the features of their dining too is that residents can invite guests. Um, so there is a separate guest area in the dining room that I think seats up to maybe 8 people. And so it's quite nice. Your residents can invite you for dinner or lunch, and the food's quite good.
For more information about this community, you can visit their profile at comfortlife.ca.